Alright guys, we are back for another episode of the Masochist. Shout out to both Hossman and Cimo for inventing the series. But first, do you want to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yugioh Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, so we're back. Let's get into a duel. We don't have a lot of time to waste. I did make a few changes. I added a trap monster or two to the deck so that when we make Time Thief Redoer, it's significantly better. And then in addition to that, yeah, that's probably the biggest change that I made, just trap monsters. Alright, so this is game one. Our hand is really not looking too bad, if we're being honest. We've got Cubic Ascension Barrier Statue. We've got the Mecha Phantom Beast. We've got the Paladin of Cursed Dragon. Like, our hand is really looking like a pretty damn good hand right now. It's we have good follow-up. We have a lot here. The only thing is, like I said, Cubic Ascension sometimes comes into conflict with the Barrier Statue. We need more cards to just protect the Barrier Statue, because we essentially have 3 copies of the Barrier Statue now. So we're just going to normal summon that, set this, and set this. And next turn we can actually make a Time Thief Redoer. So even if they get over this, they will waste their battle phase, get over this, and next turn we can make the Embodiment of the Apophis. So we can make that next turn if we need to, but it's honestly not looking too bad. Alright, so our opponent's going to activate White Veil, equip it to our monster. I've played this before, and this is honestly just self-DK. I'm just going to skip to the end of this. I don't think you guys want to see me play against another self-DK player, so I'm just going to skip to where we either win or lose. Alright, so we just won that game. I'm not super comfortable taking games to self-DK and taking packs. It's like kind of annoying. Let me know, guys. Should I even take a master pack when I play against, or when I win against self-DK? It seems like it's inevitable. Like, the whole point is to you know, beat real decks, but like self-DK is just a free pack most of the time. I mean, like, in reality, most of the like singular packs don't really matter. You're never going to pull anything that's like really crazy. I mean, there's no lineup of cards that we can possibly pull that'll get us into like Diamond, for example. We need to like really get some good stuff. But yeah, self-DK is kind of whatever. All right, let's get started. We have a dual avatar card we probably won't be able to ever summon. We've got a Valiance card. We have other Valiance cards, so I'm going to probably throw this into that machine pile deck. We've got the Shark Caesar. I believe we've already pulled this card, and we've determined previously that it wasn't good enough for our deck, and that's saying a lot. We already have this card, but we don't have enough Virtual World cards. Sword Soul Strike. This card is really not good. I don't even know. I've never even seen anybody run this. We've got Super Quantum card. I think we only pulled one other Super Quantum ever. Wormbait is actually 2 free tokens, but you have to control an insect, which again, this goes into our insect pile. Our insect pile just keeps growing and growing. And for our super rare, we have the Morphtronic. We don't have enough Morphtronics to make this usable, unfortunately, but I mean, I'll take it. Add to our collection. And we didn't get a legacy pack, so let's go duel. Alright, we just won that coin flip. Let's see what we get here. Our hand is, again, looking not too bad. We've got Barrier Statue, Big Bang Shot, so we can normal summon a Barrier Statue and boost it up to 1400, and then hope our opponent doesn't have anything whatsoever to get over the Barrier Statue. I think that is probably our best play, so as long as they have a monster that's 1300 or less attack, I think that's our best bet. So we just put that on that. Now, the trouble is, if he has back row removal, it banishes our monster. So we're putting ourselves at a little bit of a disadvantage, but we literally we don't have an alternative. This hand was a little rough. We have a Bestial Luber, which isn't doing anything. We have the Fusilier, which isn't doing anything. So this is honestly the best we've got. Unfortunately, like I said, if they could just Mystical Space Typhoon this thing, it outs our board. But it seems like they're setting, but a lot of noobs set first and then do stuff, so... Okay, he's playing Dangers, which is fine by me. It seems he's playing Red Eyes. He can't special summon that, so he just lost that for no reason. And he scoops! We actually legitimately won that one. Wow, okay. Barrier Statue is like the absolute goat of this run. Let's go take a master pack. All right, here's our master pack. It doesn't seem like anything's in here. Honestly, though, like I said, okay, maybe there is something in there. I don't really care about the upgrades or the hollows. Honestly, there's so many rares that we actually could seriously use that I don't care about anything else. Double or Nothing is not bad if we end up pulling Utopia Double, and you know, we'd have to pull a lot for that to be good. But that's good. It's good that we pulled that for the future. This isn't bad, but we don't have enough Thunders to actually like use it. Gen X Spare. I don't see how this could really help us in any way, but I mean, we got it. Reptilian Skilla is not that good, but its stats aren't bad. Yeah, this card has decent stats, but I think we're past that point where it matters, or stats matter. Chronomaly Technology. What a great name. Okay, so this card like is actually a half decent card to have in archetype. Like, it actually, like, I read it, it's a decent Chronomaly card, but we don't have enough Chronomalies to make that usable in any way. Firehand is actually pretty good, especially if our deck is headed in the direction, I think. If it's headed in the fire direction, this is actually good with that Cataclysm dude that we pulled, the Fire Cataclysm. This plus Fire Cataclysm would be kind of insane, because if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, target one monster, destroy it, then we can special summon an Ice Hand. So we could activate this, pop a card, special summon an Ice Hand, activate Cataclysm, and then inflict life points or something like that. That would actually be like a pretty cool combo. Firehand's not a bad pull at all. I don't know if we play it right now, because again, without Ice Hand, like, is that really like worth it? I mean, yeah, it pops, but is it better than some of our other normal summons? I don't actually know that it's better than some of our other normal summons. And then we've got the Yosenju Training Grounds, not going to happen, and Recovery Sorcerer, which is again 2 Cybers monsters. We keep pulling multiple Cybers monster link monsters. Like, we haven't pulled any generic at all. It's always 2 Cybers, 2 Cybers, 2 Cybers, and we just don't have any good enough main deck Cybers. This, again, I'm thinking about running this, but I really would want to special summon an Ice Hand. Like, without summoning an Ice Hand with this, it seems like it wouldn't be worth it. I think we have one other hand card, but I don't think this is usable just yet. All right, for our legacy tickets, we actually have 3 legacy tickets. Let's see if we get anything useful whatsoever out of these. Hopefully, right? You can only hope that you get something good. You've got Shiranui Samurai, not a bad card whatsoever. Parasite Tricky. This is not a bad card, and it's actually got decent stats, but we don't have enough zombies to really make this usable. It has a quick effect to banish a zombie, and this card gains 600. We only run one other zombie, and that's like not bad at all, but other than that, like, it's not that great for us. We don't have a lot of token cards. I mean, we can get a lot of token cards, but at maximum, this has 2000 attack, which isn't really enough. We have normal summons that are 2000 attack that we're not playing, so there's no point to play that. Then we've got Parallel Section. So this card is like very, very odd, and I don't think this has a use in our deck because we don't synchro summon enough. Grass Scopper. I've never seen this. This card is incredibly weird. Basically, it's a Gemini, and it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. It's level 5, so you have to tribute summon it, and then you have to Gemini summon it. So you have to essentially summon this card twice to waste a tribute summon and a normal summon on this card, and all it does is attack everybody, and it has 3550, which is not that great in terms of stats. So unsurprisingly, a Gemini isn't that good. And then we've got, this isn't actually a bad card, XYZ combination, or XYZ combined, but we don't have, this is probably the best of the XYZ Dragon headcanon support that has ever come out, but we just don't have, we don't have enough cards to really make this fully usable. And then we've got, what is this? Dodger Dragon. So this card isn't actually bad. It probably goes in our Dragon deck. This card is actually not bad. I'm probably going to put it into that Dragon deck because it's a level 4 normal summon that is 1900 attack. Solid card overall, and it can't be negated. Although, let's be honest, counter traps aren't really that prevalent in the game, so it wasn't going to be negated. I don't think anyone's ever activated a counter trap against us. I think we got Solemned once. Solemn Judgment activated against us one time ever. So in terms of its stats, this card's not bad, but other than that, it's just kind of lackluster. All right, we just won the coin flip. We chose to go first. Our hand is not that great at all. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm just going to set the Threatening Roar. I don't think it's worth setting these because I can't activate this. I can't activate this. This does nothing, and The reason I don't want to set stuff is because if I set stuff, they could just Harpy's Feather Duster, and then we just lose the duel automatically. So I'm just gonna set one card, and I don't want to lose to like a Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster or something funny like that. I'd rather just I'll sit on that one card, and it's a chainable card, so they really can't do anything unless they have like red reboot, which we have been red rebooted, but I highly doubt. This is already off to a bad start. He's playing Cybers, the Cybers pile, and he's playing mathmechs. This is already, like I said, this is off to a really, really bad start. I don't think that we're going to be able to beat this deck, if I'm going to be totally honest. Like, we're going to block this. We're going to block one attack with Threatening Roar or one battle phase worth of attacks. But after that, with our existing hand, they summon the unaffected monster. I don't think we're going to be able to beat this. I think this is just a little too out of our league. Alright, so our opponent chose for us to go first, which I guess is fine. It's fine that they chose for us to go first. We're going to set the Resonator, and we're going to set the, the Elephant. We're going to set the Elephant and the Dark Resonator. We're going to see how this goes. Like I said, our hand is not looking horrible here at all, but it just depends on what they're playing. Whatever they're playing is going to dictate how well we do. Alright, so our opponent just normal summoned an Insect Knight, which I couldn't be happier to see. Now, I guess it depends where else this goes, but okay, this is going to be a fun game. This is going to be a back and forth fun. This is the kind of shit you want to see. We've got the sort of with a deep-seated, right? We have the sort of deep-seated. You've got Insect Knight. This is what we signed up for. This is going to be good. This is like, I hope this guy doesn't just like randomly scoop or okay, it just continues to fool. I've never won this, by the way. I've played so much self-DK. I've never won this. Did I just win that? I won that. Wow. That is like incredible. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting game. This is going to be fun. Hopefully we don't just... he doesn't just like... it doesn't turn one-sided in any way. This is fine. That's not going to be destroyed. We're going to be able to make synchro plays and exceed plays. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And that is great. Okay. Nemesis Elephant. I don't think we have to activate this anyway right now, so it's fine. We'll just draw, start doing our thing. Tether Wolf will give us even more plays to do. We really do have a ton of plays to make here. We can go into the Azathoth, I think, if I still play it. Did I cut it? No, I didn't. This is a level 3. This summons a level 1 or a level 3. It summons a level 3, so we can't make the Azathoth. Can we make the... we can make the level 6 synchros. If I didn't cut them all, I cut them all. Alright, so we're just going to normal summon Tough here. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to activate Tough. I'm going to target... I'm going to say monster card. I'm going to target the Insect Knight. I don't want to do the most. Yeah, that's fine. His monster's not going to get destroyed. Now we're going to activate the Nemesis Elephant. Special summon it out. We can change the typing of things, but I don't think that's too relevant right now. We can make the Omega, which I am going to make the Omega, and I think I'm just going to activate this to pop. How much is the Omega in attack? The Omega is 2,500, so I'll be able to get over stuff. I don't want to do too much because then things go wrong, so I'm just going to pop this. I'm going to special summon out Mr. Vizos Starfrost. And unfortunately, we don't have a Baron de Fleur, because that would have been sick right now. But if we ever pull Baron de Fleur, Vizos Starfrost is going to be absolutely a legend. And I think I'm just going to save the rest of my resources for later. I was going to like normal summon Omni Dragon Brotar and do all this stuff and go into... I was going to go into this dude, and I was going to overlay with him to Time Thief Redoer, and then I thought about it, I'm like, what? Let's calm down. Let's not do more than we should. I think we could activate Big Bang Shot and then make this guy gain a bunch of attack, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. I'm going to do that. And then he's going to become 2,500. And now when we attack over his monster, we're going to gain additional attack. And that way I don't have to worry about banishing this dude. Sort of deep-seated. I think that goes to the top of the deck. Place it on top of the deck, which he's actually going to end up looping himself, honestly. Because he's going to start drawing crap. And what's good is since we know... that went on the top of the deck. We know his next draw is going to be the draw card, the draw 2 cards, the Ace. We know his next card is going to be the Cup of Ace. So if we get access back to Spiral Super Agent or Spiral Tough, we can guess the right thing. Our opponent's going to normal summon Saber Source. Okay. Now he's been playing like an equipped deck so far. So... he could, yep, there it is, sort of deep-seated. which is still not enough to out any of our monsters, I don't believe, because this gives 500, so he's at 24. Maybe he has another equip, I don't know. He's going to crash into our monster, and then he's going to place the Sword of Deep-Seated back on the top of the deck. Alright, that's one way to do it. Alright, Cubic Ascension for turns, not bad. Honestly, I think we just summon out the Tether Wolf and try to go for game. Yeah, we summon that out, summon the free token, and just start going on the offensive. Yeah, Baron de Fleur would be sick. Alright, that's not going to help him in any way. So this game's pretty much over. Alright, so here's our last attack, and that's pretty much it. Easy game. I don't really know what our opponent was doing there. I think they just kind of gave up. Their deck wasn't good enough. Let's go open some stuff. I really need some bigger synchros. Alright, so here are our legacy packs. We got one legacy ticket, and then we got another copy of Beak Snake. What is this? It's not a snake. Alright, so here's our master pack. Let's see what we get out of this. Like I said, so many... Like, opening this is so fun because you're never... That's good. That's just good. That's just a good, solid card. Shrink is good. That's probably going in our deck. That's one of the cards that is just good with our barrier statue. This is the kind of stuff we need for barrier statue. Like, literally exactly this kind of stuff. So that is going in the deck. I got to find space. Next is Speedroid Duplicate. This card is actually interesting. Banish one wind monster from your graveyard. Target one card your opponent controls. Return it to the hand. That's actually, like, really interesting. And then it does additional things, too. Yeah, it does additional, like, roid things down here, but it's not as good. But the Banish a Wind monster from your graveyard is actually kind of good. Yeah, like a decent card, but I don't know if we have enough wins to really use it. Yang Zing Creation, I don't think we're going to be able to use it. We don't have enough Yang Zings, unfortunately. This is a punk card. We don't have enough cards to actually, like, do with it. But, I mean, this is generic removal for set cards our opponent controls, so... Yeah, it's generic removal for set cards, but generally it's not our biggest issue is popping set cards. This is Evil Blast. Who is on that card? Timeout. Who the hell is on that artwork? What is going on in this artwork? Do you guys see what I'm seeing in that artwork? That artwork is bananas. Bro, am I on the right website? Am I still on Yugioh Master Duel? Am I somewhere I'm not supposed to be? Like, what is that artwork? That artwork looks insane. Wow. It's like Instagram model. First of all, the design of the card. I've never seen that monster in my life. What Yu-Gi-Oh monster is that? Number one. Number two, are those like devil horns? Don't they usually censor that? Aren't all the Master Duel cards like censored? Is like the TCG versions of every card? Aren't all of these cards How in the world did that make it past censorship? Like, that is insane. Are we looking at the same thing? Am I still on? Is this like a custom card? I've never even seen this card in my entire... I don't know what monster that is. It's got devil horns. They have censored every Dark Ruler Hades ever because he has devil horns. But this card somehow slipped through with what is below those devil horns. Next, Worm Noble. All right, so this card isn't like really that great. I don't really know what's going on here, but it's really not great for us. Then we've got, oh, this isn't actually bad. The Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. I think have we pulled this once before? Yeah, we've pulled this. So now we have two. That's not bad. And then we've got another Nemesis Elephant, which again, I might play a second one because then we can make rank 2s very easily. And I just realized I never even, this whole, this Instagram model over here distracted me. I didn't actually read what this card did. So this card isn't actually like that bad. It can actually help us win in certain situations. So basically, you activate it when a monster special summons to your opponent's side of the field, and then it gains 500 attack during each of your opponent's standby phases. You inflict 500 to your opponent. That can be kind of good, but the timing on this is a little weird because it would have to be like the last monster that they summon, for example, and it gives them 500 attack. Like, you have to know that they're going to leave that monster on the field, and that's the only way that this would even be good. And it has to be activated during the time of the summon, so it's not like later, like Nightmare Wheel or something that you can attach later. Yeah, this card isn't honestly all that good, honestly. Although the artwork, though. Alright, so for our Legacy Pack, let's see what we get. Seems like a regular Legacy Pack. I'm cool with that right now. Let's see what this Pharaonic Protector is. Trash and Dark Tinker. Alright, so this card is kind of slow. It's a level 2 Dark Tuner. Like, I don't think this really helps us. It basically looks at our deck and returns the card on top of the deck versus on the bottom of the deck. I don't think this actually aids us all that much. It's not really that great of a card. Alright, we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent made us go first. Our hand's not totally trash, but I mean, it's like, it's okay. We got Crackdown and Cubic Seed. So I think we just pass here. That's good enough for me. I don't think there's much else that we could have done. We could have Soul Eating Oviraptored and then just left it on that. But honestly, it's not the worst hand. It's not the best hand. It's definitely playable, though. Our opponent's playing Sky Strikers. We have like a 0% chance of winning, but I'm gonna stay this time because usually I leave Sky Strikers. I'm gonna try to take this monster and see if taking this monster will allow us to win. It's not bad. I'll tell you that, it's not bad. So we're just gonna start trying to play here. This is pretty good too. Phantasme against Sky Strikers. That's a pretty good card. We can go into Soul Eating Oviraptor, search, and then overlay. That's probably our best play. Hopefully our opponent ashes us and doesn't know what we're playing. That would be the best case scenarios. They ash us. Nope, they're not going to ash us. We're going to add the Hyper Hammerhead. Add it to hand. Yes, we don't want to send it to the graveyard. Honestly, so far, so good. Like, this actually isn't that bad. Then we're going to go in. Obviously, we can go into this and start popping stuff in the back row, and that'd be okay. But I think Time Thief Redoer is probably the best. In a slow game state, it is literally the best possible card that you can usually make. It's like absolutely made for this challenge. We were so lucky to pull it. And then, of course, we've got Phantasme to protect him from targeting in case he has his Sky Striker nonsense on hand. He's going to Effect Veiler us on summon, which is more than okay. I'm just so cool with that. I swear to you, I was about to just leave. Like, I saw Sky Strikers and I was going to leave, and this is actually a lot more competitive than I would have imagined that it would be. And then, yeah, we're going to attack. He's going to activate the effect of Guardian Slime, okay? Main phase 2, that's fine, that's fine. Everything's fine so far. We're just going to pass here. In his standby phase, we're going to have effects, though. I swear to you, I was about to just scoop it up as soon as I saw that Sky Striker. I saw the sleeves, I saw the Sky Striker, I was like, I'm out of here. So we're going to use the effect to grab a card off the top of his deck to gain even more information. Imperm, okay. Imperm is fine. We could dodge it. I think it would be smart to dodge it. I think it would be smart to dodge it. Now, the reason I want to dodge it is because he has no protection, and I would rather him have protection than not have protection. Like, I want him to return to the field, essentially. I want him to come back, and if I just leave him there negated with no protection, there's a very solid chance that we just lose him forever. So, and I definitely don't want that. The Egyptian God Slime, yeah, I especially don't want that because I now that he's going to this stuff, and this can't be, you know, targeted. I mean, or his other cards can't be targeted. We definitely need Time Thief Redoer. But we do have kind of the outs, though. We have Hyper Hammerhead. We have a few different things that are actually quite decent. All right, he's going to activate the Millennium Revelation, which allows him to search Monster Reborn. It's totally fine. He's going to... Okay, this isn't good. This card is really, like, tough to out. But he is going to send that, and this only brings back regular Winged Dragon of Ra, not the fancy ones, does it? I hope it doesn't bring back Winged Dragon of Ra. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I was about to say, if it brings back Immortal Phoenix, we're royally screwed here, because Immortal Phoenix is actually tough to out. All right, he's going to summon another Egyptian God Slime. I think the search is once per turn at least, right? Yeah, so he's going to go to battle phase, and he's not going to be able to destroy my cubic seed. If he attacks it again, then I'll put it in the back row, but I'm not losing 3,000 for no reason. He attacked it for no reason, which means I am going to put it in the back row and negate this one right here. So now this one's negated, can't attack. This guy just, like, makes unbelievable misplays. And we're going to return the Time Thief Redoer, obviously. And now we got to keep him in the loop. This card's too good not to keep in the loop. This is actually perfect. We can actually destroy this entire row. Alright, so we're going to activate this and get a card, which is going to be the... What is that? Reactor Slime. So now we're going to activate the Iron Dragon. This was like... You talk about like Pharaoh draws, that was like better than the Pharaoh draws. That's like a season ender. That was like that crazy. This moron lined up everything like 3 bowling pins, and we drew Iron Dragon Tiamaton. And I'm gonna activate it, and it's gonna be bad for him. It's not. It can't be good for him, right? Look at this. Look at this explosion. And he's not gonna have anything. That's insane. That was like an ESPN highlight. Yeah, get out of here. That was not gonna happen. That was incredible. That was like Wii bowling. That was like the greatest thing that could have happened. That was Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's go open a pack. All right, we ranked up. Look at this. We're back in 4. We've been going between 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 and 4 and 5 for the last episode. I don't think we're going to rank up to 3 in a while because we need to keep building our deck, and then we'll maybe rank up to 3. But right now, things have been a little rough, I'm not going to lie, because obviously the second we get to 4, we start playing against like legitimate, fully constructed meta decks, and sometimes we win games here and there, but like winning a significant amount of games against like Kashtira, fully built with all of the URs, like that is not hand traps, URs, all that stuff is kind of tough to beat. We got 2 legacy packs. Let's go open stuff. Legacy master pack, I mean to say master pack. We got a super looping around in there. I'm cool with a super. I'm cool with anything. Like I said, I'm an open-minded guy. Attack the Moon is a rock support card. We keep pulling like rock support cards, but not enough to make it fully. Phantasm Spiral Crash. One of the 3 equipped spells to Phantasm Spirals. It can only be used on a normal monster, and it gives it piercing, and then we could summon a Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Fortunately, we don't have enough normals, Phantasm Spiral cards, nor the dragon in order to make this playable, but it's cool to see. Lyra Lusk, we have 1 Lyra Lusk monster. This actually isn't even that bad, but we don't have like consistent ways to summon it because it's an extract monster. We've got the Dino Wrestler. Okay, so this card's actually not even that bad, but we don't have enough Dino Wrestlers to make it fully usable. I think we only have like 1 other Dino Wrestler. Gimmick Puppet Egghead is not going to be played by us, but it might go in our machine deck, so maybe that. I didn't mean to do that, and we got, okay. So I didn't mean to do that. That sucks for everybody involved, but let's read these one by one. We've got Graveyard of Wandering Souls. Okay, so I'm going to be totally honest with you. This card is actually not bad, and it summons fire monsters, which means we can actually summon them under the barrier statue. So this card is actually not bad, and we've been talking about like this whole fire deck thing, and honestly, this is just another card that could work in that theoretical fire deck, right? We have Fire Hand, 2 barrier statue, we have Cataclysm, and now we have this. And this card's really actually not bad. It essentially gives you a free token every single turn. The problem is, this is the problem, we don't have a damn thing to do with these tokens. We have like, you know, tribute monsters and stuff, and these tokens can be tributed, but we have tribute monsters. We have maybe a few other cards, but like it's I might try this card for a few duels, but it really doesn't seem like a terrible card. But again, we just don't have much to do with the tokens yet because we don't have like a ton of synchro synergy right now. Next, we've got the Borlode Excharge Dragon. It requires 2 level 4 Dark Dragons. We do have a dragon deck, so that might actually work in this. And this is a rank 4 that is 3,000 attack. That is crazy. 3,000 attack for a rank 4. Okay, so, and this card's effects are really not even that bad. First of all, it's got an effect where it loses, it can make a monster lose 600 attack, which is kind of crazy. And then you can special summon a Boral monster from your graveyard, which we don't have, unfortunately. But that's actually not a bad effect. And then you're locked into, you can't special summon other monsters or attack directly. That's like whatever. And then neither player can target this XYZ monster with monster effects, which again is like kind of crazy. Yeah, overall, this is a good card. Definitely something worth tossing into that dragon deck that we already have going. And then this card is interesting. I might give this card a try. Graveyard of the Wandering Souls. This card essentially summons tokens every time our monsters are destroyed by battle, and that actually can come in handy, and it's usable under barrier statue. So for a variety of reasons, it actually can be kind of a decent stall card for us. And even if they destroy the monsters not by battle, we still get to special summon a bunch of tokens. Now again, the only problem is it would be nice if we had like, you know, if we had like a link monster that we can utilize all of these tokens for. That would actually be cool, but again, we just don't have anything like that. So really, we're just summoning bodies onto the field just to have bodies on the field. But as far as token generation, this is probably one of the better token generators that we've drawn thus far. Again, there's no limit to these tokens in terms of how many you can summon. There's no limit in terms of what those tokens can do. So this is actually a cool, this is one of those cards that I would have never in my life read or ever seen unless I was playing this challenge, but it's actually kind of a cool card. And I totally forgot to read this, but we also pulled Exchange of Spirit. I already knew about this card. I don't think it's ever going to come into, I don't think it's ever going to come in handy for us personally, because I don't think we can pull this off. But this will work if we pull some of the like Agido and all of those other cards. It might actually work for us. But I don't think that this card is actually that usable in our in our deck, but it's another SR to add to the collection. All right, 2 legacy tickets. Let's open them up. Let's see what we get. I'm very excited for these two. We've had some really good luck with the... What is this? I love how we pull these like monster cards that like this never came to TCG. It looks awesome. I love this card. It's an eyeball getting followed by, I don't even know what that thing is. What is that? I don't know what it's like. It's like some weird like duck. I don't know. What in the world is that? It's getting tracked down by an eyeball. Like what a cool looking card that we're never gonna get. And then we've got Ritual Sealing, which destroys the face-up Ritual Monster. Incredibly specific. I don't know why was this pack glowing? There's 2 non-hollow cards in there. What made them decide to make that pack glow? And then we've got Judgment of the Desert. This is not going to be usable for us. And Destiny Hero Dreamer is another card that I don't think is going to be usable for us right now because we don't have enough Destiny Heroes. What is good is that we actually have... we pulled Fusion Destiny. I don't know if we have enough Fusion Destiny Hero monsters, but we did pull Fusion Destiny. So this might be cool. This might be cool to have in circulation. All right, guys. Next game. Let's see what we do here. Our hand is not looking too bad. Let me just lower the volume. This hand's looking pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. We've got There Can Only Be One, which is already good. Right? We've got that. The Elephant. There Can Only Be One, which got hit on the ban list. And then we have this thing. I'm just gonna normal summon this thing. I'm not even gonna try to hide it from my opponent. Oof! I made the mistake. Should have summoned it here, but whatever. I'm just so used to playing against playing around Mech Knights. I'm like PTSD that I actually forget to play into my own card, which is obviously moronic, but I should have summoned it right here. Alright, they're going to activate a Manadium card, which I don't know how good this is against Manadiums, if I'm being totally honest with you. Fairies, but I think they're all different types, so this might not work out for us. Alright, they're going to summon the Scareclaw Triheart. I'm going to go ahead and activate the There Can Only Be One, but I think they can play around this if I'm being totally honest. So we're not going to be able to... actually, funny enough, the Nemesis Elephant I might be able to use, interestingly enough, to turn 2 things into the same thing and then create a card. Basically, for There Can Only Be One, make them send something to the graveyard. I think I'm going to go ahead and activate the Nemesis Elephant now. There's a few different plays we're going to make here, which are going to be kind of interesting. So we're going to Nemesis Elephant. I'm going to put the chaining on. Nemesis Elephant, put it right here so that we have Iron Dragon is going to be ready to go. Then we're going to use the effective Nemesis Elephant in a second here. We're going to activate it. And we're going to change this to a warrior. Doesn't matter what it is, but the attribute doesn't really matter. We're going to make it a light and a warrior here. And that'll make him send it to the graveyard with There Can Only Be One, if it's successful. And because this is a warrior, he can't use the other dude. And I should, if I chain this, then he can just keep 1. So we'll see what he keeps. And now There Can Only Be One will go into effect. So this thing actually ends up being an interruption. It's kind of cool. Yeah, he'll have to send one of them to the graveyard. I'll keep the Iron Dragon. So whatever else he'll summon somewhere else, I'm going to use the Iron Dragon to pop. So as long as he summons here, here, or here, I'm going to use Iron Dragon to pop whatever else he summons right now. I took out the level 6 Synchro monsters because I just wasn't going into them. I might cut like this or something, and then get them back out here. The level 6 Synchros. I'm more likely to go into the level 6 Synchros than anything else. Oh, he's going to scoop. Perfect. We had so many plays there, actually, funny enough. We had the Iron Dragon as an interruption. This elephant just came in clutch. That was actually kind of crazy. I didn't even realize the elephant could do that. It can force a There Can Only Be One to out a card. It's kind of cool. Let's go open a pack. 1 legacy pack, but we also got the Guardian Angel Joan. This card was... I remember I had this a million years ago. But basically, if it destroys a monster by battle, sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to that monster's original attack. Not like a terrible card, but a little too heavy to tribute. Yeah, level 8, kind of heavy. Level 7, but 28 level 7 is actually not that bad. But still, a 2 tribute monster is not the best. Alright, let's crack this master pack open. Hopefully we get something good. Super excited. You know what would be awesome? Another Yugioh. That would be awesome. That's mad random, but it would be awesome. What do we got here? Magic Key Battle. This card's not totally garbage, but we don't have enough like good normal monsters to use it. But that's not like a totally garbage card. We've got the Valiant Buster Baron. It's another pendulum scale. We can add one by one. So this card's not terrible because it recycles Yugioh, but like other than that, I don't think it's going to be really total usable for us. You have to send a monster from our hand or field to the graveyard, target a level 1 monster that is banished or in the graveyard, and then add it back to hand. It's not the worst card ever, but it's not really that great either. This is a Melodious Diva card. I don't think we have too many of those yet. We've got this card, which we already have one, so now we have 2 copies for our Pendulum deck. Not a bad card, honestly. This lets you destroy a card in your Pendulum Zone. Well, target a card in your Pendulum Zone, destroy it, draw a card. Not a bad card at all. We just... I'm actually happy that we got a second one. It's not a bad card. Hazy Flame card, not really usable for us. World Legacy Memory is not bad. Actually, it's not bad because it lets you special summon a Mech Knight monster from your hand or deck in defense. And we actually do have one Mech Knight, and it returns it to the end. Returns it to the hand at the end phase, and then it locks you into Mech Knight monsters. But honestly, it doesn't matter that we get locked into Mech Knight monsters because we don't special summon that much anyway. So this card could actually maybe be good. It just, the thing about this card is if you draw the Mech Knight and then you draw this card, it's just a dead card, unfortunately. I mean, you could special summon it from the hand, but like they special summon themselves, so it's kind of, it's a little bit of a dead card. Maybe in our Chaos deck, if we build a Chaos pile deck, I think it could be cool because Mech Knights are all light. So not a bad pull whatsoever. This is a pretty decent pull. This is a pretty decent pull. This is, it's iffy. And the last card, Toon Rollback. Yeah, it lets a Toon monster attack twice. It doesn't help us whatsoever. But overall, I think the World Legacy Mech Knight can be cool. Maybe the Oscillation might be cool. All right, for the Legacy ticket, we only have one Legacy ticket, but sometimes one is all it takes, honestly. We'll see what we get. All right, let's see. We've got Cybersource. I don't have the materials to make this. This is not a Cyber card. Yeah, I don't have the materials to make this, but if we ever pull Ready Fusion, I would totally use this to level 5, and then we can do rank 5 plays. And then Robo Lady, which I'm also not going to use. All right, guys, we just lost a coin flip, so our opponent's going to go first. We'll see what they do. Our hand's not actually that bad, truthfully. We draw Threatening Roar and Supercut together a lot, which is kind of cool because they have the same dude as on the artwork, which is, yeah, it's kind of cool. Our opponent's playing S-Force, which means this is definitely a winnable matchup to some degree. S-Force depends on what kind of build he's playing. If he's playing the control deck, if he's playing more of like a mid-range combo deck, we'll see what he manages to put out here. But he's a huge fan of the deck because he's got like everything going on here. Alright, so we're gonna normal summon the Fusilier. This card's actually pretty good if I'm gonna be honest with you. It's actually half decent. He's gonna max me. Nothing I can do there. I mean, seriously, like literally nothing I can do. I'm gonna set this. Activate the Iron Dragon. I think I'm just gonna activate this to special summon it, and then hopefully pop this card if I can. I know I made him draw off the Maxi, but like one card is whatever. We're going to see what he has face down here. We usually don't give a lot of value on Maxis, which is good. Unfortunately, we didn't draw the viruses, but it would have been cool if we did. We definitely have like a playable situation here. He's got the Maxi. I'm never going to special summon this turn again. This is actually one of our rare hands where we actually do special summon. Crazy card against this would have been normal summon barrier statue. Would have been Crazy Call by the Grave. It literally wouldn't have done anything against us anyway. We can go into the Wee Witch Apprentice, but there's no point. Battle phase, let's start attacking. I'm going to attack with our larger monster just in case he floats into something, which he probably will. Yep, send a card to the grave, or banish a card. Return it to hand. He's going to go float into something else. Obviously not too great for us. Alright, he's going to float into 2000 defense monster. And he's going to be able to special summon this back. So I'm going to redirect at the little monster that he's special summoning back. Which I can't because he also has too much attack. So I guess that's the wrap there. Main phase 2. I'm going to just set the Threatening Roar. I'm not going to use the Digit Jamming because Digit Jamming makes one of our monsters really weak. So there's no point to do that. But at least we have Threatening Roar. So at least that's good. And he's got some high level, high attack monsters right now. Like, S-Force isn't the best deck by any means, but, I mean, it's a serviceable deck, and outside of being a serviceable deck, It's a constructed deck, so it's gonna be kind of a tougher matchup for us. Any constructed deck is gonna be tough. Like, you imagine the worst constructed deck, it's still somewhat of a challenge, like, except for Element Savers, they're never a challenge, but like everything else is gonna be to some degree a challenge for us. Our opponent's in the battle phase. I could Threatening Roar, or I could use the other thing to float into something else, and then just use digit jamming to just sit on. I could do one of those two things. Yeah, I could. Like, I don't even know what to go into if I super uppercut. I could do that. Like I said, take some damage, super uppercut. But I think I'm going to just... Yeah, I think I'm going to save my monsters in case we draw level 4 and then go, hopefully, for Time Thief Redo, or kind of have another opportunity to do this next turn. So I'm going to save my resources. Next turn, I'm going to do something else. Now, the alternative play, again, like going into like Barrier Statue right now isn't really helpful. We can go into Yugioh right now, which again isn't like totally helpful right now. So we're trying to get some offensive play here. Level 4 would be really awesome right now. A level 4, go into our main man. Go into our main man. The Time Thief Redoer, he's going to normal summon the Rappa, and now he's going to make a Link 1, which is the S-Force Link 1, of course. He's going to go to end phase. Honestly, not the best showing here for S-Force. Barrier Statue is a level 4, but it's definitely not the level 4 that we wanted to see. We also have Motor Frenzy. We can go into this, and then we can gain a bunch of attack. Yeah, this is not the level 4 that we wanted to see. Like, problem is we have no way to really out things. That's our issue here. That's our issue, is we have no... Like, if I normal summon it, it stops him from using the S-Force effects, which is cool. But other than that, it's kind of a dead card. I guess we can go into Suship in main phase 2. We can go with digit jamming. Like, there's so many like options, but we can go Motor Frenzy. We can use the Barrier Statue and then out some stuff. So we can out this and this if we get to the Barrier Statue. And then main phase 2, we could do something else. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to summon that. That'll turn off his effects for the most part. He could shuffle one back. Special summon can't do that because none of them are fire. He can't use this Rappa, so I can out his monsters before he can do anything else. I think that would be the smartest play. So we're going to go to battle phase. Now this thing can't attack. The Fusilier right now can't attack. I don't know what he has in his hand. Maybe he has a Maxi in hand. I don't know. So now we can attack into this thing right here. Now that thing's gone. And then we can attack into the best monster in the archetype, the Rappa. So we can attack into that. Now main phase 2. I have nothing for this, so I can make the Suship, and that would probably be the best thing because the Suship is the same attack as this. I don't think he would crash. Yeah, I don't think he would crash. Suship is probably the best because, like, again, the Barrier Statue is not going to survive. This thing's 1,000. I have no way to do anything about it. So I think the Suship is probably the best idea right now. So I think we do that. Again, I could have gone into the Suship, but then he would have been able to use all of his S-Force effects and, you know, summon all the other stuff. And now I switch this to defense to save myself some life points. I think we just pass here. I think this is about as good as it's going to get. I could activate the digit jamming, but again, digit jamming right in this particular moment is not the best thing for us. All right, he's going to Destrudo, which is off to a bad start because Destrudo can sometimes be the beginning of the end. Again, that could have left the Barrier Statue out. Would not have solved anything. Okay, he's going to go into this. So he's going to drop my attack. The gravity, dude. At least we have the super uppercut. He's going to out that. I'm going to activate the super uppercut now to give us access to something. It summons it face down defense position. We can add back Threatening Roar. We could do that. So we can go for Mask of Darkness. We can go for this to bounce a monster. We can go for the Resonator. Yeah, the Resonator wouldn't be too bad. Visa Starfrost we can summon. How much defense does it have? Not enough. 15. We can go for this. Search a Warrior. Honestly, they have Tuner, but I mean, that's not going to matter all that much. We could do the Omni Dragon Brotar and then tribute it and have it in graveyard for Motor Frenzy, and we can have that. So that's what I'm probably going to go for. So I'm going to summon that face down defense, so I'll contribute either one of them for Motor Frenzy, and then we'll have a follow-up. Hopefully he does not attack over the Fusilier. Hopefully it attacks over the Omni Dragon Brotar and not the Fusilier. It's alright, Fusilier. I didn't want to lose the Fusilier. I'd rather, like I said, attack the Omni Dragon Brotar. But Omni Dragon Brotar, if it's in graveyard, it could help us. The problem is 0 attack, so it doesn't actually boost us for Motor Frenzy. But the benefit is that it can give us like a float game later. Back to square one's not bad, although it's not that great in this situation either. But I think I have to use it, so I'm going to back to square one. I'm going to discard the digit jamming. I'm going to get rid of the Platia. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tribute, summon. I guess I'm going to use the effect. Alright, so he's going to return my monster with that S-Force Chase. Which is a pretty good card, and then I'm going to gain attack points, but it doesn't matter, and I think we just pass here. I think this duel's pretty much over. There's nothing much we can do. Alright, he's going to attack us for 2,000. Not the end of the world. Again, this is kind of like a back and forth duel. I didn't realize we did that much damage to him. Mask of Darkness isn't bad, because that will give us some free cards, so I guess we could do that. Well, Mask of Darkness, just set pass. I don't even remember doing that much damage to him. When did we do... Yeah, this duel might not be over. When did I do that much damage? Did he pay life points or something? I know we attacked. Oh, yeah, Destrudo. That's why. We did do damage, and then he activated Destrudo, so... Like, this duel isn't, like... He's up on card advantage, but if we're being honest here, it's not like he's up by that much. Alright, he's going to attack our Mask of Darkness. We're definitely going to add back Threatening Roar. I think that's our best bet. Because then we can stall a turn and do whatever we need to do, and then we're going to activate Omni Dragon Brotar. I'm just going to leave it on the field. I'm not actually going to activate it because I don't think that there's... He's not going into Link monsters. I would have loved to go into our good old friend, what's his name? Phantasme, but he's just not drawing Link monsters, so that wouldn't... Bestial Aluber doesn't really help, and then we have to discard something, and that's all we can really go into because it's going to add us a Dragon Dark. So, or we can add a Fiend Light, which we don't have, or Psychic Light, which we also don't have. So honestly, there's no reason to go for it, but at least it'll give us some recursion here. So yeah, it banishes when it leaves the field, but at least it blocked his attack. So in terms of card advantage here, we're not doing horrifically. So now that's not good. So I think we just set pass, yeah, we set pass, and we'll see what we get. This is still a lot of cards. Again, we're still in this game for sure. Like, we're very close on card advantage, and there's a lot of cards that we can draw that'll definitely turn this around. So we just have to see what we draw here. All right, it's gonna go directly to battle phase. This isn't game, so I can just take the damage, and then hopefully I draw something that's... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to take the damage. I'm going to take the damage, and then hopefully I draw a monster, and then we can use Motor Frenzy with Unbreakable Spear, because right now this isn't game. So if we draw Motor Frenzy, and if we draw a monster, we can set it. Then we can use Threatening Roar, tribute the monster for Motor Frenzy, gain attack, and then Unbreakable Spirit. That's the plan. Hopefully we draw a monster, though, because then we can do something here. It's a good monster. It's a monster. It's what we wanted, right? So we're going to set the monster, and we're going to pass here, and hopefully we are able to go through with our plan. It's going to be a surprise for him. It's going to be a ton of attack. He might not see it coming, and hopefully it works out. So hopefully he just goes to battle phase. He's going to summon this, which is... This is fine. The Heavenly Squire is fine. He's going to summon... Oh my god, that's pretty good, actually. So he's going to summon the Rappa. That's not good. Rappa's kind of annoying, because she's the one that actually summons from the deck as a quick effect. Activate this effect, it's fine. He's going to banish, special summon one. No matter what, we're going to survive this turn, because we have Threatening Roar, so it doesn't really matter what happens right now. And he's going to banish, and I'm going to accept it. I want him to think he's going into the battle phase, and then flip the Threatening Roar. Alright, this guy's going to add a card. Unfortunately, I really don't want him to, but he's going to add that trap card that bounces probably, yeah. That really sucks. This trap card's really good, actually, this S-Force trap card, because that'll basically end the duel for us, and that will prevent us from winning. We would have won if it wasn't for this stupid trap card. That trap card is really good, and he's going to pop that. But more importantly, he's got the trap card now, so he's going to enter the battle phase. Obviously, I'm going to Threatening Roar. Try to survive. I had a nice plan there, but I think my plan's foiled. Yeah, that trap card can just bounce like an endless amount of monsters. Paleozoic Dinomischus, it doesn't save us. We can banish one card, but I think this duel's pretty much, yeah, this duel's over. There's nothing I can do. That trap card, man, is really good. Drawing the Squire really changed the game for him. Yeah, at this point he's just flexing on us. There's nothing we can do. We lost this duel. All right, so we just won the coin flip, and we've got Barrier Statue. We all have this habit of drawing things out of order, unfortunately. But as you can see here, we draw the Barrier Statue, but none of the protection cards for it. Part of the game, nothing you can do. So we're going to normal summon Barrier Statue, set the Nemesis Elephant, which isn't going to do anything. He's going to max C us on a Barrier Statue summon. Totally fine with me, and we're just going to pass here. I wasn't going to special summon even one time. I guess we could have taken a Visa Starfrost lane here. If we had a Baron de Fleur, maybe. Gonna set a card and then just scoop. I don't know what to say there. I don't understand. Like, dude, we're in platinum and we still get like absolute morons. Like, what in the world was that? Max C after I normal summon a Barrier Statue, set a card, scoop. I don't know what to say. All right, we got 2 legacy packs and we got Ice Water. Weird looking card. All right, so this is what our opponent was playing. Honestly, just overall, they were playing like not a bad deck. I have no idea how I don't know what was going on there. I don't know why they scooped, because this is legitimately like I'd switch decks with them in a heartbeat. All right, let's open our master pack. So excited. I love opening master packs because it's always interesting what we end up playing with. All right, we've got boot up order gear change. We don't have enough gadget monsters to make this usable. That's kind of cool. Evolite monster. I don't think we have enough of these. All right, so I don't think that we have enough of these level 6 or lower fire dinosaurs yet. Honestly, not like the worst card though, especially with our slow down game state. Ali Salvo. This is super specific. Has to be destroyed by a light monster. We've got, again with these Cybers cards, but this is actually a generic Link 3. All right, so this card isn't like terrible. I've never even seen it, but this card's not terrible. I don't. Does it even come out? Like in the TC, I've never seen this card. It's not like horrific, but we don't have any of the supporting details to it. It's 2+ effect monsters. It is generic, so any 3 monsters, I might run it, but it's kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. For us, Violet Witch. This card's not bad, but it's a little slow, and it's like a spellcaster that looks like a plant that searches plants, but it's a spellcaster. But I don't know if that's going to work for us. Alley of Justice, 1,000 Arms. This is an anti-light card, and it destroys itself if you battle a non-light. And then this is an anti-light card. Man, anti-light stuff, what's going on? Goddess of Urd's Verdict. Alright, so this isn't bad, but like, if I know what they have face down, but, you know, there's no point. And then we've got a Mech Lord Astro Dragon Asterisk. Which I don't think I'm going to be running, and I already have. So this is probably one of the worst packs we've ever had. Ever. This pack was horrific. Other than this Protective Talker, which may be usable, because it's our first technically generic monster. But like, all of the effects might as well be, this might as well be a Link 3 with no effects. Because that's how, these effects just they do nothing for us. Alright, now let's go for the Legacy packs. Let's see what we get out of these Legacy packs. Always exciting. You know, you get so few cards out of them, but like sometimes they end up being good. We've got Gluttonous, this fish. Alright, so this card's not bad, but we just don't have enough fish, sea serpent, aqua monsters. But it's cool that we keep growing in that department. Giant Axe Mummy. Alright, this card is just not good. Giant Axe Mummy, that card's stats suck, its effects sucks, it's just not a good card. The best part about it is that we can search it off of Glow Bulb. But that's like the best part about that card. There's so much like shininess about that. Another Cyber Source, we just pulled this. And Little Fairy. We can increase its level by 1 by sending a card from our hand. Why would we want to do that? I don't know. Why couldn't this just be level 4? Yeah, really some of the worst pulls we've had in the entire series just now. Alright, so we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is really not that bad at all. Unbreakable Spirit, there can only be 1. Paladin, like, pretty decent hand. Even for going second, we could probably break a board if we really needed to. Generally not a bad hand. Our opponent normal summon the Uni-Zombie, which is a good sign because we have there can only be 1. That can be very good for us. Alright, so they discarded a Vampire, so I'm guessing they're playing Vampires. Again, there can only be 1 is very, very good against what our opponent's playing right now. And I just realized we have another incredible moment here. We have Paladin of Cursed Dragon, and they're playing zombies. That can end very well for us, actually. Yeah, because everything they have is zombies. And if they activate Zombie World, then they're really only going to have zombies. So Paladin of Cursed Dragon could be pretty cool. Alright, our opponent's going to summon the big vampire here. Yeah, this guy's actually pretty good. The Vampire Viovode. It's not a bad card, honestly. Our hand is, like, absolutely amazing. I have no reason to even activate Small World, so he has nothing in the graveyard right now. He banished everything. So we can attack over this, which is cool. Yeah, we can attack over that. Small World I'm just going to save for later. So I'm going to just normal summon that, go to battle phase. Small World might come in handy later. We're going to attack over the Unizombie, and we're going to activate, I guess we can't activate our, that was destroyed by battle. Yeah, I guess we can do it then. Alright, main phase 2. We can activate this effect, special summon the Unizombie in attack mode on our side of the field. That is just a crazy moment. We can discard to send the zombie. What zombie do we even have to send? Does it send, discards a card? Oh, okay, we can discard a card to increase a level, but we can actually do that and then go into Time Thief Redoer. Nanas. Yeah, that would be crazy. We can go into Time Thief Redoer, which I don't think Time Thief Redoer is actually as... What is better, Time Thief Redoer or... Time Thief Redoer always seems like the better option, but honestly, I don't know if I should go into Time Thief Redoer by discarding a card, or we just go into the Psyframe Zeta. That seems like a crazy card, or we could just Crackdown and take this anyway. So then we can have Time Thief plus Crackdown plus There Can Only Be One, and we can have all of that all in one, or we can have the Zeta Crackdown, There Can Only Be One. I honestly think Time Thief Redoer is just going to be better. So we're going to discard, and yeah, discard a card, increase a level by 1. So we're going to do that. So we're going to increase this card's level by 1. We're going to discard, I think Small World will probably be the better card to discard, because I don't think it's the extra card right now. We just don't need it. And then we're going to special summon the Time Thief Redoer, because he just always comes in clutch. And this way we can take his Unizombie never hits the graveyard, so he can't like get it back with Mizuki or anything. That just stays forever. And I think we just set Crackdown, set There Can Only Be One, and set the Unbreakable Spirit just in case he attacks, and we just pass here. It's not a bad. We used our opponent's card against our opponent, so pretty awesome. That's the first time that card's come in handy. Like, pretty cool. Activate our effect, Time Thief Redoer. Obviously, always use this effect, because this effect will get us hopefully a trap card. A trap card would be absolutely amazing right now. We got a spell card, not bad. I'm cool with it. And then I think if our opponent summons anything, we just immediately There Can Only Be One. We're actually going to turn on the chaining here, so that way we can just There Can Only Be One. Dark Ruler. We can't respond to that, but I'm totally fine with Dark Ruler. Like, I couldn't be more fine with Dark Ruler, actually. I didn't even know Dark Ruler had an animation. That was like, what was that? Is that supposed to be a blast? Yeah, obviously our effects are negated, so there's no point to even use them right now. If he goes to battle phase, I'm so cool with that. Because obviously we've got the Unbreakable Spirit, so in damage step, I'll activate that and pop our opponent's monster. Or destroy our opponent's monster. He's going to tribute to special summon this thing. Pay 1,000 life points, target one vampire in the graveyard, and I'm going to allow him to target because that's about all he's going to do, because we're going to activate There Can Only Be One. And now I can turn off the chaining and not have to worry about that anymore. That Dark Ruler no more didn't do a damn thing. It's a good thing he doesn't have Zombie World. Alright, does this have like an attack gaining or something? He's attacking, but I swear to you, there's nothing up. Alright. So I guess he just scoops it up. He ends the duel there. Yeah, that was like a sick... That was actually like a really, really, really good hand. I think we would have beat most decks. And then we were lucky enough to draw the zombie dude against... The zombie dude against the zombie player. That was amazing. Let's go open a pack. We definitely deserve something good. That was a solid, clean win. Alright, let's get this master pack. I'm very excited. Let's see what we get. Again, I don't even... I would love another Yugioh. I don't give a shit that there's no hollows. Of course, there's... Look, what's going on? I have like 2 play sets of this. I don't want it anymore. Stop giving me that card. Elemental Training. It's an Elemental Lord card. Alright, come on. Trickstar Festival. Special summon 2 Trickstar tokens. That's not bad. Alright, so this isn't bad. It summons tokens and it protects Trickstars, but unfortunately it does lock you into Trickstars. So maybe not the best card for us, but it's, you know, we have another token generating card. We already have this card, unfortunately, and it hasn't been useful yet. Scareclaw. Not bad. I can keep this up. Maybe if I get more Scare Claws, it'll be usable. Noble Arm, Caliburn. So this card's actually not bad. Maybe goes in our Warrior deck. Maybe. It's not the best either. Let's see, what do we get here? Double Evolution Pill. Banish a dinosaur and one non-dinosaur. Special summon one level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring summoning conditions. That is really, 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 really good for our deck, because we actually do have multiple dinosaurs. We have, and we can send them to the graveyard. We have Oviraptor, we have the other dinosaur, the one that bounces, and we have Megalospecial. 3 solid dinosaurs. The problem is we don't have any level 7 or higher dinosaurs. Actually, we pulled that one a long time ago. But the problem is I don't know if we have like consistent enough access to dinosaurs where this can be usable. But that is a crazy pull though. We just got to pull like 38 more cards and we have a dinosaur deck. Then we've got the number 9 Dyson Sphere. It's like the vacuum. 2 level 9 monsters. I don't think we have any. We have a level 9, which is a machine that special summons itself. Other than that, I don't know what level 9s we even have. Alright, so overall this card isn't bad, but like if this was like a level rank 4, I'd love to play it. If this is a rank 3, I'd love to play it, but I just don't have a rank 9. I don't have 2 level 9 monsters I can readily summon, but something to keep in our back pocket. Double Evolution Pill is another card to kind of keep in our back pocket. We only have 3 dinosaurs total. We have a higher level dinosaur, but they're not really that good. Like if we have Pankatrops or Ultimate Conductor Tyran or like something like that, by all means, I would love to play this card. But as of right now, it's just kind of, I don't know if it's going to work out. And it actually works with our deck quite nice, because it's a banish a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur monster from our hand or graveyard, which we have a really good mix of dinosaurs and non-dinosaurs. Like we don't brick on dinosaurs, plus we have Small World, so we can essentially search a dinosaur. So overall, not a bad pull, but just not, I don't think it's ready for our deck just yet, but it's something definitely to keep up in the keep in our minds. All right, legacy tickets. Let's see what we get. Always fun opening these two. So many different cards that you can get. You never know what you're going to get. Raise Body Heat's not good. Fire Kraken's not good unless I'm building a fire deck and I need a normal monster. Maybe I'll run it. Let's see what else we got. Goblin Thief's not good enough, and another. It's a low scale. I mean, that's good. Other than that, I don't think it's too good. Goblin Thief, inflict 500, gain 500. I mean, come on, not really useful. All right, we just won the coin flip, so we've got a good hand, solid hand actually. I can't complain. We got Barrier Statue plus the Unbreakable Spirit. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, plus back to square one. Let's just pass. I mean, Digit Jamming's been like a weird card. It's actually gotten us in really good situations, but at the same time, it's like it actually is bad with the main core of our deck, which is the Barrier Statue. It's bad with the Barrier Statue, unfortunately, but it's like good with everything else. Our opponent's playing, I imagine, Despia, Dragon Link. I don't really know at this point, but one of those two more than likely. And like I said, Digit Jamming's like a really good card because it's really good with a lot of cards in our deck, but we can't build a deck around. He's playing Resonators. Okay, that's pretty cool. Which Resonators are really low in attack other than like a couple of Resonators. So I guess we'll see which ones he's lucky enough to get. If he should search the one that can't be destroyed by battle, but he's going to search this one. He can still summon fire monsters. He's going to end phase. Alright, even better. Iron Dragon's not bad. If I set Mask of Darkness, then I can't activate the Unbreakable Spirit. So, honestly, I think we just attack. I think that's our best bet right now, because again, if we, like I said, if we set, then we can't activate the Unbreakable. Unbreakable Spirit's good, but it needs to be one face-up monster. Oh, it's one face-up monster, so I could have set the Mask of Darkness, because if I had a face-down monster, it would have been fine, but it's fine. It's whatever. Guess we just set it next turn. We can't special Iron Dragon anyway, so guess we go to battle phase first, and we just drew the Threatening Roar, which is pretty awesome. So we go to main phase 2, set the Mask of Darkness right here, set the Threatening Roar, and since we only control one face-up monster, we can actually use the Unbreakable Spirit, and we can use the Threatening Roar, and then we can loop them back with the Mask of Darkness, so that's good. So first, if I'm going to use anything, I'm going to use the Unbreakable Spirit. Unless our opponent, like, activates, you know, activates something to destroy all our back row. Alright, so they're going to do that. Paleozoic Dinomischus is kind of of a whatever card here. We can put back, I think I'm going to use the back to square one because this card is obviously not good. So I think I'm going to use the back to square one to put this back on the top of the deck. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because then they can draw the same card next turn. And right now, Digit Jamming is straight up not doing anything for us, so I'm going to keep doing damage while I still can. Again, I would use the Mask of Darkness. I could have actually discarded Paleozoic Dinomyscus and then added it back with Mask of Darkness, but I would actually rather keep these two in the loop because they're actually better cards for our game state right now. And then we'll just set the Paleozoic right here in this column just in case we decide to summon a monster, and then we can Iron Dragon if we need to. Yeah, this is a really, really good situation for us. Really good. And this only banishes face-up cards, so we don't want to activate it. Because if we do, we're going to banish our own card. Alright, let's see. Yo, this is like the Barrier Statue special right now. We got all the Barrier Statue cards. Again, we just don't have any traps in graveyard, so we can't really do anything. He's got 18. This card is actually good. The Obsessive card, this card's actually kind of good. I can banish this card. I can get over it with Unbreakable Spirit, which I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to Unbreakable Spirit. And I'm going to just get over his monster. And that way we can just stop dealing with that. And then we have the Power Frame to gain. We have the Mask of Darkness, Paleozoic, and Threatening Roar. We have plenty of stuff still to go. I'm not going to get back the Unbreakable Spirit because I don't think that's the best card. Because once I flip Mask of Darkness, obviously Unbreakable Spirit becomes an unactivatable card. Alright, he's going to set a monster. You still can't really activate that. That's not terrible. What level is this? Level 2? So we can go into our... we can't go into... I was going to say we can go into our rank 2, but we can't. So now we can go to battle phase and start doing stuff and looping things. Yeah, we can start looping things for sure. Paleozoic Dinomyscus doesn't do anything. Mask of Darkness can get us back this Unbreakable Spirit. I think, honestly, we need to do damage. We need to wrap this up. So I'm going to activate this, get Unbreakable Spirit back. And I think we have a decent amount of interruptions right now. So this way we have discard fodder for the Dinomyscus, and then we still have Power Frame and Threatening Roar, so we still can protect our Barrier Statue just fine. I think I'm going to go with this just in case he has a high defense monster. And if he doesn't, then I'll just Paleozoic, get rid of it. Should have just attacked with the others. And we just attack with these. Yeah, these two. And I'm going to leave this in hand because it literally doesn't do anything right now. And just pass. Our opponent's going to set a monster again. End phase. Okay, that's not bad. The Paladin of Curse Dragon. So if he has Ash Blossom, for example, if this is an Ash Blossom, a set Ash Blossom, when we destroy it right now, I'm going to attack with this just in case it's the Lupa or whatever the card was just now. And our opponent's just going to scoop it up. Cool. Not a problem. Barrier Statue's been absolutely clutch for us. Like, not only did we pull one, we pulled a second one. And on top of that, we pulled Small World. And on top of that, we pulled There Can Only Be One. So this has been just an insane run. Let's see how many we get. We got one Legacy pack. Let's go open the stuff. All right, let's open this Master Pack. Let's see what we get here. We've got Magical Meltdown. Crazy. Crazy. Just don't have the other pieces. Dark World. Dark Lord Ukubak. Which we don't have any other Dark Lord cards. Synchro Zone, I think, actually just got... Did this just get banned or something like that? Okay, so here's the crazy part. This card actually isn't bad. Neither player can declare attacks except for Synchro Monsters, which is actually kind of good, especially with our Barrier Statue. So, this is actually kind of wild. This card, I believe, just got banned, or I don't know if it got banned or limited. I'm going to check it out, but this card just got banned. It is really not a bad card, and this is the first card in our entire... Masochist deck that is going to get hit on the ban list, which is insane that we pulled this. This actually legitimately is not about. Neither player can declare attacks except for Synchro Monsters. We can normal summon a Barrier Statue, activate this, and then we just wait, and then we just kind of build up resources on that Barrier Statue, and our opponent cannot get over the Barrier Statue. So this actually might not be bad, and let's be honest, our opponent is going to out this before we out this, so we're going to be able to store up resources. Yeah, and also its other effects aren't bad too. The immediate Synchro Summon isn't bad, and honestly, neither is the if a non-tuner Synchro Monster is sent to the graveyard, target one of those monsters, special summon it, treat it as a tuner. Like, all three of these effects are really good, and I think we're going to play this card for now until it gets banned. It's just not a bad card, and it is going to be the first card we lose. Next is we got another what is this? Boot Up Gear Force. This card is actually really good for our machine deck. Our machine deck has just been kind of building up in the background. This definitely goes in that machine. This is actually really good. It's gonna be this can be pretty much be like a mirror force for a machine deck. It's actually, like I said, it's actually quite decent. Then we've got the Immortal Phoenix. This is the other Immortal Phoenix. Again, this card's not bad, but I would need to be playing like Floowandereeze or something for it to be usable. Tri-Brigade Revolt is not bad, but we don't have enough Tri-Brigade cards to make it usable. Raiders Unbreakable Mind, I think we already have, yeah, we already have that card. And then Speedroid Cart is again a pretty good card for our machine deck. Discard a machine monster, target a card on the field, destroy it. Completely generic removal for the machine deck. So in this pack, honestly, I think I'm going to play Synchro Zone, and because it's a really good Floodgate actually. With our Floodgate deck. Then we've got the Speedroid cart, which is good for our machine deck, and the Boot Up Order, which is pretty good for our machine deck. We have 2 machine cards that are pretty good, and Synchro Zone, which is like an insane card with barrier stats, like absolutely insane. All right, let's open this Legacy ticket, see what we get. Hopefully we get something somewhat usable here. We've got Summon Cloud, which is a Cloudian card. We don't have enough Cloudians. And then we got Chaos Command Magician, which is a cool card. But it's a little specific. I would have played this on like episode 1, but negate any monster effect that targets this one card. It's way too specific. Like I said, I would have played that on episode 1, but since then I think that our deck has gotten way too good to play Chaos Command Magician. Really cool artwork, by the way. I don't know why they stopped printing spellcasters that look like this. Alright, so I just checked the ban list. Synchro Zone is indeed a card that's going to be limited, which is crazy. I can't believe a card like that is getting limited, but I understand why it's getting limited, because I think they were playing it in Runic Stun, and it was like a really annoying card. But Synchro Zone is getting limited to 1, so we do actually get to keep it. So we have another card in our endless stun deck that just keeps building. I don't know why. I keep getting these stun decks. By the way, There Can Only Be One also got hit, another one of our cards, but again, we only had 1. So Synchro Zone and There Can Only Be One are now hit on the ban list. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Again, we chose to go first. Our hand is not bad. Not bad at all. We've got Paleozoic there. So There Can Only Be One I'm setting. Nemesis Elephant we're setting. We're setting the Paleozoic Dinomyscus. We'll leave these 2 in hand. We'll just pass here, honestly. There Can Only Be One, depending on the deck, is essentially an auto win here. We've been doing quite well in Platinum, and if I can be the first person to get into... what's that rank? To get into Diamond with a Masochist deck, I'd be thrilled. It's like you probably win an award for something like that. He's going to set a card and then activate the Eldlich fusion spell. That's fine, because There Can Only Be One's good against Eldlich, so I'm kind of fine with that. Plus we have the Dinomyscus, and he's going to Zombie World, which is going to essentially lock him under 1 monster. So I could go into the Nemesis Elephant, but that's really not going to do anything for us. I could activate Paleozoic Dinomyscus to banish this, which probably wouldn't be the dumbest idea, because that way we can get monsters on board. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to banish this card. I'm going to discard... Alright, so I'm going to go into the on-chaining. I'm going to discard... I think I'm going to discard the Eradicator, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get access to it. But it would be pretty good. Eradicator would be pretty good. Shrink, I think, is less good, just in case we do pull off the Eradicator. And then I'm going to activate the Nemesis Elephant here in main phase 2. We're going to trigger the Paleozoic Dinomyscus in graveyard. That way we can go into a rank 2, which I pray I added. I hope I added the rank 2s, because then this would be pretty good right now. So we're going to go into the Dinomyscus. We don't want to use it. Dinomyscus is we don't want to use the elephant's effects, because it doesn't really help right now. It can change the typing of one thing, which could be pretty cool, right? If we had like a toad or something, that would be pretty cool. Alright, so this is pretty decent right now. So we can special summon the rank 2. Let me read both of these to make sure I summon the one that's actually better for this situation. Alright, so here's our options. We have Mannequin Cat and we have the Crumble. Both are not bad because we can basically summon a monster with the same type or attribute. We have such a mixed deck that this would actually be good. We can pretty much summon anything. And then Crucible's pretty good, but like right now he's not doing anything. He just he negates a card, but right now that doesn't really matter. So I think I'm going to go with the Mannequin Cat just because it'll help us spam more monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and go this plus this. And we're going to summon it right here. So we have the Iron Dragon fully available for ourselves. Now let me read this before I pop this. Alright, he's going to activate the Sanguine on our summon. That's kind of fine with me. I don't really mind here. I can activate. I'm going to see where he summons it, so I'm going to let that go through. I'm going to see where he summons it, and then I can possibly oh, he's going to be able to target a set card. Shoot. I shouldn't have done that. I kind of blew it there. We're going to activate this on summon. I just realized I could have popped the 7 cities, but now he's going to be able to activate the 7 cities. I kind of blew it there. So now we can summon a light monster. Yeah, that sucked. I really blew it. I read this, I read everything, but I just didn't activate my Tamiyon Dragon. Actually, I can activate this to pop his card anyway, and then his card won't resolve, so I'm just going to do that. Actually, it will resolve him. I'm dumb again. His card's still going to resolve because it destroys a set card. Actually, it doesn't even destroy it, right? It just can't be activated this turn, so I don't even care that he's activating that. I don't even know why I'm worried about that. But I'm going to summon this out anyway, and then I'm going to be able to pop that card. And here we can go into the Visa Starfrost, which isn't going to do much. We can go into the Dragoodies, which isn't going to do much, or we can go into the Paladin of Cursed Dragon. Really doesn't matter what we summon here. Paladin of Cursed Dragon, Dragoodies. Yeah, I think we summon the Paladin of Cursed Dragon, and then we can pop that card. Now here, we can go into, I think, the Go, which is the Time Thief Redoer, or we can go into the either Time Thief Redoer or Parallel Exceed, which we can tribute for the Eradicator or Epidemic Virus, which I don't know if the Eradicator Epidemic Virus will actually help our situation. It's good against Eldlich, right? Nobody's denying that it's good against Eldlich, but the problem is it'll get rid of the Eldlich stuff, but it won't actually get rid of Eldlich the Golden Lord, so we'll have no out to this card. And that can be our issue, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the Time Thief, because if we get a trap under it, then we can just put Eldlich on the top of his deck. So I think I'm going to go with that instead. So I'm going to summon that out. And if we can figure something out. As long as Mannequin Cat's pretty good, we can just keep it on the field here. I think I'm going to go ahead and set the Eradicator and just pass here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. We can't obviously get over a monster. That's 28 defense. I think if we can get a trap card underneath, which is not impossible playing against Eldlich, if we can get a trap underneath the Redoer, I think we can get our good situation here. So we're going to activate that effect. He's going to activate the set 1 Golden Lord card in the main phase. That's fine. I'm not going to respond with anything. We still have the there can only be one to play around with, so that's always good. He's going to set Conquistador, which again, we can make Conquistador fizzle. We're going to get a spell card underneath, which isn't bad. I'm not unhappy with that. Obviously, I'd rather have a monster. I mean, I'd rather have something else, but he's going to be able to target this to control it, which is not fine with me, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and activate my effects. I'm going to banish it, do everything I need to keep my monster on the field, or keep my monster out of here. He's going to Ash, which is kind of a crazy thing that he's going to be able to do. Yeah, because the draw effect is on here, so he's going to be able to Ash, which sucks that that happened. Maybe the right play would have been to go into the other card. It sucks that he gets to take our monster. So I guess the draw effect's gone, so he stops our monster. So we lose our monster for free. Now, hopefully he doesn't have a generic Link monster to use here. That would really suck. If he does, then, I mean, it's whatever. This game's been pretty fun, though. There's been a reasonable amount of back and forth here. Activate this effect. That's actually fine with me. Hopefully he uses the banish effect, too. And not just the... he's going to use the banish effect and the draw effect, I'm guessing. And this does return to my field, right? I guess we'll find out. Call by the grave. Okay, that sucks. But I mean, our hand. I mean, we don't have anything too crazy in our graveyard, so call by the grave is fine. Yeah, call by the grave is totally fine. He's gonna call by the grave the dragon. That's completely fine. We only have one, and we have no way to get it back, so it's completely fine that he does that. He's gonna set 3 cards, and then he's going to end up attacking. It's obviously not great for us, but we'll live with it. We still have the there can only be one in our back pocket, so at some point that happens. And now, since we used the Mannequin Cat, the Paleozoic Dinomischus under the Mannequin Cat, we get to Time Thief Redoer, special summons back. Does he special summon his board? Wow. And then it goes back to us. Okay. That was so cool. So we got our Time Thief back, which is important, and then we got Motor Frenzy, which is less important, but we can definitely use the Motor Frenzy for stuff. So we're going to use the Time Thief Redoer's effect to get a material. Hopefully it's a trap card. Hopefully it's a trap card. And then he's got Skill Drain us. Okay. Well, we were going to Floodgate him, so that's fine. We can activate the Dinomischus, which doesn't really help. Man, that sucks. Dinomischus really doesn't do much, even if we do summon the Motor Frenzy. That Skill Drain kind of killed the vibe. Yeah, summoning this won't do anything for us. So I guess we just leave it there for now. It literally does nothing for now. So he's going to Skill Drain us. That sucks. Motor Frenzy does nothing. I guess we just... I mean, we have less attack than he does. Nothing we can really do here. We just change our monster to defense and pass, I guess. Our opponent's definitely going to activate Conquistador, but we're going to definitely make it fizzle with our There Can Only Be One before he can do that. I guess he doesn't do that. It's fine with me. There's no point to activate anything. There's no point because it's negated anyway. He's going to normal summon the Necro World Banshee, which honestly I'm fine with. He can do that. I'd rather him banish from the field or something, or do whatever he's got to do. Now the part that sucks here is if I activate the There Can Only Be One, he can chain the Conquistador, which I wanna activate my There Can Only Be One on the activation of Conquistador. So I'm gonna let him destroy this and take the 18 damage if I have to. Because again, if I activate this, he can just use this, and just pop my card. So I'd be dumb to activate it. He's gonna banish that. That's totally fine with me. Not that I really have a choice right now. Alright, I drew the Dark Resonator, which isn't a bad card, especially in this game state. So we're going to set the Dark Resonator, and we're just going to pass here. Because he needs to be destroyed by battle twice, essentially. Which isn't too bad. Like I'm just waiting for him to activate this Conquistador. Like, this is the main card, like, screwing everything over. Because he can use it as a removal. Otherwise, he's going to be able to take control of our monster, which sucks. If our monster was face up, we could have used There Can Only Be One to prevent it. But again, I can't really use it until this Conquistador is flipped. Alright, he's going to battle phase, attack me twice, probably. And then the monster returns to me, unless he gets rid of it. Yeah, this dude's throwing me off. Like, why is he not activating this Conquistador? I've never seen someone not I've never seen them not activate Conquistador, which is bananas. Yeah, he set Conquistador like 3 turns ago, and he just has not flipped it, weirdly enough. Clock Arc Dragon can let us go into the... Yeah, we can actually do that then. Why can't I special summon? Zombie, Tuner, level 3. Oh, I'm waiting for him. I was like, what's going on here? I was waiting for his response. We can go into the Zeta. Yeah, we can go into the Zeta. And then summon an attack mode, and now we kind of threaten him with an attack mode monster. And he has to crash in order to save himself. Unfortunately, this isn't a dark monster. That would have been absolutely awesome. He's going to Conquistador. Finally, it's about damn time. We can activate the There Can Only Be One to fizzle this thing out. Now, the problem is, again, this is banish itself for cost. No, it targets for cost, of course. We can use There Can Only Be One to make this Conquistador fizzle. Finally, we can do that. Now he probably has some other form of interruption back here. Which, if he has the counter trap, it's perfectly fine, because if he has the counter trap, he has to tribute Eldlich, in which case this monster gets summoned and Eldlich is gone. So he won't be able to pop anyway. We don't want to summon the Paleozoic right now because he's not doing anything whatsoever. And this gets stuck in the back row, I believe, eternally. I think it gets stuck in the back row forever. Because it misses like its timing window or something like that, and then it just gets stuck back there forever. So now we just pass here. We're stuck on the Zeta. The Zeta is not doing anything as long as Skill Drain is on the field. So right now we've got a Floodgate War. A lot going on here. He's going to activate that, which doesn't really do much for anybody. He's filled up so much of his back row. And if he attacks this, then he just kind of screws himself over, honestly. But he's going to have an easier time getting to another Eldlich than I am to getting to another Zeta. He's going to just end phase here. I'm not going to activate that just in case he has like a Solemn Strike or something. Fusilier under Skill Drain. You gotta be. That's like incredible. Fusilier under Skill Drain. Plus, we have Eradicator Epidemic Virus to dodge any foolishness. That is just so good. It's like I'm playing 05 right now. And my mom. Oh, of course, I'm a moron. It's a zombie. Of course. I should have just set the monster and then activate. I'm so dumb. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot Zombie World was on the field. I summoned it and there can only be one went into effect immediately. That's so stupid. Why did he even let me summon it? Oh, 'cause I guess it changes the monster attribute type on the field. I should have just set the monster and activated the Eradicate. That's so stupid. That's such a weird situation. It like that went into effect, and Skill Drain went into effect, and then this went into effect, and then there can only be one went into effect. Alright, so quick update here. Me and my opponent have created the most toxic game state humanly imaginable. I was about to scoop, and then I realized, why should I scoop? He's not attacking me. He's got 8 cards left in his deck. I've got 12. He keeps going to end phase. I keep going to end phase. We have There Can Only Be One, Skill Drain, and Zombie World. The holy trinity of just... the unholy trinity of the worst game state ever. So we just keep going back and forth. End phase, end phase, end phase, end phase. I have a bunch of cards set. So even if he draws an out, it doesn't matter. So I just keep going to end phase, as you can see here. And I'm just leaving all the trap. I might as well get rid of this. I haven't got rid of it for a few turns. Even if our opponent manages to draw the out, right? Theoretically, the out. We have Threatening Roar, Unbreakable Spirit. We have Crackdown and Eradicator Epidemic Virus set face down. Plus, there can only be one. They clog their own back row. So they can't possibly, even if they wanted to, they can't possibly even activate any of their outs. They literally can't do anything. Their best bet is to draw an Eldlich and then just use the effect of Eldlich to send this to the graveyard. But for some reason, they haven't done that, which I am totally fine with. And we've just been discarding back and forth, and he's got 7 cards left. I'm going to jump to when something actually interesting happens. All right, so he's going to activate an Eldlich here, finally, and he's going to target something, which I guess is going to be the There Can Only Be One. But again, he's got 6 cards left, so we just have to literally just stall it out long enough to, yeah, he's going to target the There Can Only Be One. Literally doesn't matter. I'm cool with that. He's going to activate that. That's going to get stuck in the back row. No, it's not going to get stuck in the back row, but again, we're going to kind of fight continuously through this because we have so many cards here. I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. Like I said, I think we can stall this one out. He's got 6 cards left and we've got 10. We've got 1900 life points. I think we're going to be able to do it. We've got, like I said, Unbreakable Spirit. He's going to do this, but we have Crackdown. We have plenty of stuff to get rid of cards. He's going to activate this to target our Crackdown. I'm going to go ahead and chain Crackdown to target the Eldlich. And I think this will, with Zombie World and Skill Drain, I think we just take the Eldlich here. Yeah, it doesn't really... We could have taken the Eldlich before he'd even activated this thing. I think we're asking for too much. But he can special summon another Eldlich here. So we're going to go ahead and take Eldlich, which we should have done, honestly, on the activation of this card. And now this can't be activated, but it's already been activated. This is still at 0, which is scary because Harpy's Feather Duster is another scary card. So we're going to go ahead and activate Threatening Roar. And Paleozoic Dinomischus. Why not? Let's summon it out. Bulk up our defense a little bit since we can't leave the field anyway. So we're going to bulk up our defense some more here. And then we're going to lose the rest of our back row. But yeah, this duel's become a back and forth. And he's got also the Harpies Feather Duster. I mean the Raigeki plus the Harpies Feather. So we're going to activate this. Why not? I mean, no point not to, right? He's going to go into the Mad Eldlich 3800 attack, man. Pretty decent card, but his effects are negated. And then he can send one, special summon back. Be great if he sent the skill drain, because then, you know, we'd all be able to do some things. I don't think he's ever going to go into Link Monster, so I don't even know why I kept Phantasme. I should have kept something else. Alright, we just drew the Graveyard, which isn't bad, because if our monster is destroyed by battle, we get to get another monster. And then we've got stuff like we have that, and then we have stuff like this and this, so we can keep kind of getting new monsters over and over. So we're going to go ahead and activate the back to square one. We're going to discard Phantasme because it's not really doing anything right now. We're going to put this back on the top of our deck, on top of his deck. Or we can put this and make sure he draws the same card, but I don't want him to draw another Eldlich. So we're just going to activate and target this. I honestly think with the nonsense we have here, we can actually stall him out here. Should be crazy. What has more defense? They literally have the same defense. It's irrelevant. So we set this, we set this, and we set the super uppercut. All in columns that cannot be weird stuff. And then we turn on the chaining. I think we activate the Graveyard of Wandering. So when he destroys stuff, we literally just get a token every single time. You can never... While this card's already face up on the field, I'm just going to wait till he gets to like the battle phase to activate that. I'm not going to activate that now. If he tries to attempt to activate the battle phase, or he activates the 7 cities or something, he's going to try to fusion summon. Whatever he targets, I'm just going to activate immediately, right? I could do that. Yeah, I might as well do it then. So when he fusion summons, then I'm going to do it. I'm guessing he's going to use an Eldlich and a card in his hand. So 2 Eldlich. Fine. Now he can't use the effective Eldlich, so it's fine. So whatever he targets, I'm gonna chain immediately. If he doesn't target the middle one, which is if he doesn't target the super uppercut, which case I can't really do anything. So he's gonna target the Apophis. I'm just gonna chain the Apophis immediately and special summon it to the field. That's fine. So now we summon the Apophis here. This is literally the most toxic duel I've ever engaged in or participated in or participated against. It is like freaking runic stun times 50. This is absolutely one of the most horrific duels ever. It's got an Eldlich, which is fine. This card is kind of crazy. It actually might save our ass. This card right here, the Graveyard, might actually save our ass because it literally just I'm gonna put the chaining on before I screw something up, but it every single time it just replaces itself, which is like kind of crazy. I think he's gonna special summon it because they almost always special summon it, but it wouldn't be too dumb of him to leave it in his hand and send cards. So now I'm gonna activate this. As soon as he enters the battle phase, I'm gonna activate. So I'm gonna summon another Eldlich, the Golden Lord, which again is fine because I can just endlessly replace monsters between Super Uppercut, the Gaga Magician, the Embodiment, and this Graveyard. I can, as long as I keep monsters on board, I can just keep replacing the monsters that are on board. Alright, so end of main phase is fine. He's in battle phase. Now we activate this Graveyard. And now we just wait here. Again, as long as we can kind of stall it out, I think we might be able to have this one. Because he's got 4 cards left, so we have 4 more turns of this to stall out. If we can stall it out, we can win. He's going to attack the first monster, which is the Gagaga. We can also use the Super Uppercut, which I don't think we're going to use the Super Uppercut just yet. So I'm going to summon a token. And this effect is if a monster you control is destroyed by battle, sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 token. I think that includes the tokens. Is that once per turn? So I guess it has to be a legitimate monster. I think I'm going to Super Uppercut then into, why not Hyper Hammerhead? So we're going to activate that. And then we're also going to activate the effect of they're both mandatory effects actually, now that I see it. I see it. No. If a card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. So the reason it didn't trigger is because this is a trap monster, so it doesn't go to graveyard. If these get destroyed, they don't go to graveyard because they're tokens. So it only works on non-tokens and other stuff. So you can actually send the wandering thing to the graveyard now. That sucks for us. That will probably wrap up the duel here. Alright, so we can actually set this. Funny enough, that Synchro Zone Parallel Twister doesn't do anything for us right now. Funny enough, this Synchro Zone can actually save us. Because it prevents both players from attacking if they don't have Synchro monsters. That would actually be a crazy draw for us. Power Frame would have been nuts, but I mean, that doesn't do anything anymore. But yeah, Synchro Zone would be crazy right now. Alright, so he's going to enter the battle phase here. He's going to obviously just attack over our monsters. Which is fine. Again, there's a few cards that we can draw that can win us this, that can elongate this duel. More so elongate this duel than win us this duel. We've been fighting, though. Listen, we've been fighting. Like seriously fighting. So let's see what we draw here. Depending on what we draw, this duel is over or continues. So that is not the right card. If we would have drawn Synchro Zone, this would have kept going. But unfortunately, that just doesn't do enough to really help us. And we basically just lose here. Again, the only card that would have saved us here is Synchro Zone. Alright, that's the game. This was a long and absolutely tormentous game to play. Honestly, it's possible if we had not misplayed with the Fusilier, then we could have won. But honestly, destroying the Eldlich cards, trap cards, isn't really all that great, even in hand, because they all float anyway. So I don't even know if that would have been all that beneficial. We would have outed Skill Drain, but it would have still been a very tough duel to win. Sucks, but you know, it happens. Alright, next duel, we just won the coin flip. It can't possibly be as bad as that last duel. We have Barrier Statue, but we have 4 other monsters, so not a great hand at all. The best thing we could do is normal summon the Barrier Statue and pass. Unfortunately, because literally we didn't draw any spawn trap cards, anything would have been better. Synchro Zone, Crackdown, there can only be one. Any of these others, but unfortunately we just literally drew, yeah, we just... yeah, he just gets over our monster, unfortunately, and then we just lose. We can't really beat a full power Blackwing deck right now. He's gonna battle phase attack over us because we have 4 monsters, and there's no fire honest. And then main phase 2, he's just gonna go for full combo Blackwings, unfortunately, and I'm not gonna sit through that because essentially it's an FTK. Alright, we just won the coin flip. We got a Barrier Statue and 2 pretty good cards, so our hand's not looking too bad. I'm just going to summon the Barrier Statue. Motor Frenzy is starting to get... It's becoming the kind of card that is maybe not the best card. He's going to maxi on a normal summon of a Barrier Statue. I'm cool with that. We got this, the Paleozoic and the Super Uppercut. Yeah, Motor Frenzy is becoming the type of card I just don't want to see, honestly. Like, it seems like it would be a good card, but in a lot of situations that we draw it, it's like, it just becomes like this extra card that we end up discarding anyway. And we don't often use it to get over things. I don't know, it's like we just kind of see it in bad situations. This is a card that I want to draw on like turn 3. I don't want to draw this card right away. And I seem to always draw it like right away. He's got Dream Mirror sleeves, which I hope he's playing Dream Mirror. Gonna set 1 monster and pass, even better than playing Dream Mirror. Technically, is that better than Dream Mirror? Set 1 pass? Kind of is. Dream Mirror is a kind of a bricky mess, so in a certain sense it is. This game always wants me to activate the Dino Miscus to banish my own monster. Honestly, probably the best thing to do right now would be a Soul Eating Oviraptor, because then I can get a +1 and have a monster next turn also to return to the hand. So we definitely want to get a +1 right now. No, we don't want to add it to hand. Yes, we want to add it to hand. We're not sending a Hyper Hammerhead to the graveyard. And then Paleozoic Dinomiscus is not useful right now, but it could be in the future. So let's see what he's playing. Let's attack into this. Could just be an Ash Blossom. Okay, that's interesting. I could have just attacked that with the Barrier Statue. I don't think this is the guy from last game. That would be crazy. We're going to go main phase 2, and I think we should go to end phase. We have nothing really that we can do here. I don't know what it's going to take for a Despia player. He's a 60-card Despia player. This guy he's got 60-card Despia, Max C. This guy's like Mr. Meta. This card's pretty good. We actually have it, funny enough, but we have no way to really use it. And that's actually good for him, because if I activate Dino Miscus, he's going to be able to draw. It's mad lucky. He can't activate. All he can basically do is normal summon a Luber, and that's about it. I don't think it's anything else. The deck doesn't have a ton of normal summons. So even if he does draw them, we have the Paleozoic to banish whatever normal summon he's got anyway. Let's see. Unbreakable Spirits, not a terrible card. Maybe not in this situation. Honestly, I think in our situation, we kind of want to do as much damage as possible. So I think we go with the Bestial Luber here. And we could make the sous ship and pop this. We could do that. But then we do less damage, so I think I want to do more damage. And sous ship in main phase 2 is just not as good of a card. Unfortunately, it's just not as good of a card. So we're just going to attack, 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 and attack. I think that puts us in a pretty good range here. I'm not going to set the Unbreakable Spirit because it's an unactivatable card right now, so there's no point to set it because I can't even use it. And there's no way he outs this and this before outing this. There's just no way that he does that. So, again, if he draws an out, he draws an out, but, like, not a bad situation for us right now. He's going to set 2 cards, probably bluffing us as if, I mean, let's be honest. You're playing Despia. You don't have a lot of back row that is, those aren't mirror forces. I think it's safe that that's not storming mirror force. And yeah, there we go. That's the end of the game. Yeah, pretty solid, clean win. Thankfully, it wasn't Eldlich. Clean win. All right, we got no legacy packs for the last one. We got Armor Break. Negate the activation of an equipped spell card. This is actually probably not too bad against Mekanko, but I mean, it's stupid specific, so I don't think it's going to come up. All right, this is our last pack of the episode. Let's see what we get. Hopefully, we get something exciting to go off on here. Again, last pack of the episode, so let's see. We've got Nordic Lights. Nope, not good. We do have some Nordic monsters, but I'm not using that. Flower Guardian card, not using that. DD Savant Kelper, I think we actually have this card, so I'm not... I know we don't have this card. This card's actually not bad. Maybe we use it for the pendulum scales, possibly. Infestation Ripples. Do we have enough Steel Swarm monsters to make this usable? I don't think so. Cannot pendulum summon monsters except DDD monsters, so forget the pendulum pile thing that I said. Time Lord. I think this can be, if we control the monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Take no battle damage. At the end of the battle phase of this card battle, return as many monsters on the field as possible to the hand other than this card. Inflict 300 damage for each card returned. This is honestly kind of good. And this is, again, another one of those cards that it's a fire monster, and you really got to consider this might actually be one of those cards that goes into our fire deck. Yeah, our fire deck might be coming together. We might have an anti-meta fire deck, but this, should I play this? You guys tell me, should I play this? Seems like a decent card to out things. It's non-targeting removal, can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. Yeah, I might consider that one. We actually got FTK'd by this card once, crazy enough. But I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off ourselves, but that's a crazy card. Parametalphos Fusion, don't have enough Metalphos to do that. And last card, El Dorado, though I believe the worst Eldlich card. Yeah, I think this is the worst Eldlich card in the entire archetype. I don't think I've ever seen anyone resolve this card ever in my life. So I don't think that's going to be good. But this is kind of crazy. This is I'm on the fence about playing this. This is kind of crazy. You guys tell me if I should play that. But this has been the last pack of the episode. We didn't get any legacy tickets for the last one. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. La, 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 la.